Good morning, everyone. This is going to be the last video of our Vietnam series. So we thought it would be fun to kind of go back and look at everything that we've done through our time in Vietnam of over 6 weeks, traveling from Ho Chi Minh City all the way up to Hanoi via train, might I add, and just kind of talk about what we liked and what we didn't like about each location, and ultimately end this on, was it worth it to travel Vietnam for 6 weeks?
All right, so our first stop was Ho Chi Minh City, and it was tough, I'll be honest. That was a tough location. We were jet lagged pretty bad, and so it was kind of a struggle.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Ho Chi Minh City is a beautiful city. It's definitely more modern. It was way more modern than I was expecting, and so that part was very nice, but coupled with the jet lag, not getting out to see and do as much as we would like. Had to go to the doctor as soon as we got there.
Yeah.
You know, there was just a lot of things that made Ho Chi Minh City difficult for us. However, I will say one of my favorite things of Ho Chi Minh City was our very first time crossing the street.
Oh my gosh, that was nuts. It was a blast, but I mean, once you figured out how to do it, it was fun, but oh my gosh, that was nuts to go across that road for the first time.
Very thankful for the local that saw us struggling as a tourist and stepped in the way to kind of help us. And
yeah, that was
we navigated it on our own.
Yeah, and then we did the koi fish as well. That was fun.
The koi fish were fun.
Yeah.
Lots of really great cafes.
Food was a little difficult there, I think.
Food was difficult I've got hair like going everywhere.
That's all good.
Food was difficult. Like, I'm not a big soup and stuff person anyway, so I knew it was gonna be a struggle, but the amount of seafood and my ability to not get a lot of food with seafood was kind of a struggle for me. And then you couple that with the communication barrier.
Yeah.
That was difficult. You know, we've traveled a lot through Southeast Asia and we've been able to manage really without even using Google Translate, but Vietnam's the first country where Google Translate really was a must. And I think it took us a while to kind of get that under our belt, understand that, and try to start communicating. So I think we missed out on a lot of stuff in Ho Chi Minh City that I would be willing to go back and revisit now that I have my footing underneath me when it comes to traveling Vietnam.
Yeah. All right, next location was
Nha Trang.
Nha Trang.
And how did we get there?
By train.
By train. So that was our first train experience in Vietnam. It was a ton of fun. We did the soft seats, very inexpensive way to travel, about 8 hours. And we really enjoyed it. It was really nice.
Hey, how you doing?
There, how are you?
But again, I think we ran into the same struggles there. It wasn't like, wasn't crazy about it. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I had high hopes for Nha Trang. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it. You had a city component along with a beach component, which I really enjoyed. So if you're looking for a combination of the two, Nha Trang may hit that for you. I know that you can do some more water activities and stuff. We just decided not to because we heard that the diving was not very great. So that wasn't perfect for us. The area that we were in was very touristy. Yeah. Which is fine. We were one of them as well.
We were tourists too. We're tourists too.
But it took us a bit further to get out and kind of experience a bit more of the local area. Yeah. And so it was a little harder to kind of get out that direction.
Yeah. But we had a good time. We had a great experience on the street where we met the gentleman, and we came across some lady that was cooking something.
We're standing there looking, because again, like the communication and trying to figure it out was difficult, and he called us in because he spoke a little bit of English, which was one of the very few people we had talked to that spoke English. And he helped us and had her cook for us, and it was an awesome, just local, authentic experience.
Yeah, that was
it might be one of my favorite experiences in Vietnam, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a great experience, actually. And then we did some tours through there as well. What did we do there in Nha Trang?
Oh yeah, there was the cable car, which I love, which is like one of the longest cable cars over sea or over water, I guess.
Hey, hello.
So that was a ton of fun, kind of navigating that piece. Some temples and stuff that we went to. So there's a lot of history and stuff that you can go see and explore. So that was fun.
Yeah. Next stop was
probably my favorite.
Da Nang. Yeah, Da Nang was a great stop. That was a good stop.
To get there, we also went by train, so that was about 8 hours as well. We just did the soft seats again, so it was kind of just a repeat of what we had already done, but we loved it so much the first time, we did it again. But Da Nang was my favorite, and you have a few options if you want to stay there. You can stay more in the city, or you can stay more on the beach side. Because we love water, we decided to stay on the beach side and just absolutely loved it. We could literally be at the beach within a couple blocks where you have literally white sand beaches, really beautiful water, lots of stuff going on with restaurants, a little bit more touristy type restaurants and stuff if that's what you're looking for, but you can literally walk 3 streets back and you can be as local as you want to be. And one of our favorite dining experiences was this little place on the corner on the side of the street where we each got a meal, soup, 2 drinks, and it cost us $3.95
for both of us.
For both of us.
Yeah, so that was really nice. You could get the Western food or the touristy food, but you could within a couple blocks be eating really inexpensive local food. So that was a good stop. I enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot.
We did a lot of walking. They've got the Dragon Bridge that comes to life every weekend. They've got the night market. You can go into the city if you want a more larger city feel. Ooh, maybe we should sit here.
Yeah, let's go in here. Yeah, larger city feel. The Dragon Bridge was really cool. The night market was really cool. Yeah, Da Nang was definitely a nice hit for sure.
It just I feel like it has so much to offer no matter what you're looking for. City, beach, local, touristy, just it's all kind of there. And you can kind of pick and choose what you do and what you make out of it.
Yeah.
And then it also has another cable car that takes you up to this amusement area that I felt like was just geared for pitchers and adults, because you also have the Golden Bridge, which was just one of those places that I have seen in magazines and photos and wanted to experience. And we got lucky because we went early and maybe because it was during a weekday, but we got it with like maybe 6 people on the bridge.
Yeah, on the whole bridge. And we were talking to somebody else, said they went up there and they went up early, but it was a weekend that they had gone up, and said there was just a ton of people. But yeah, we got super lucky on that.
By the time we left, it was completely full.
Yeah. All right, and then our next stop was Hoi An.
Yes.
And that was by car because it was only like a 45-minute ride or something.
45-minute ride, so no other way to really get there. And you know what? I was so excited for Hoi An. It was probably out of all the destinations on the top of my list of places that I wanted to go. And I'm just going to call it what it is. It was such a letdown for me.
Yeah. Now we were there for 8 days, and we were right in the middle. I mean, we were within a block or so of like I guess they call it Old City or
Ancient Town.
Ancient Town. So maybe if we stayed out further, where the rice maybe been different.
And I looked at that, but because we really don't ride motorbikes, at least at this part in our journey, you know, we always want to make sure that we're close where we can walk to everything and we're not having to pay for like a Grab everywhere we go. So I really wanted to explore Ancient Town, and so I booked us right there. But the amount of people that are in this town, and rightfully so, because it's a beautiful town, but you're also trying to fight that just to do everyday things, whether that be laundry or just walking to a restaurant. You're just in the mix of so many people, and it makes it very difficult.
Yeah, and you know, it unfortunately it is what it is, but I mean, just even walking through Ancient Town, and it's just, you know,
the restaurants,
the massage, like, I mean, they're hitting you, even if you go, like, if one restaurant comes up and says, come in here, and you say no, and the person at the other restaurant hears you, they're like, come in here, and I get it, it is what it is, but it really just kind of took away from...
Yeah. You couldn't really enjoy it because you're constantly saying no. You've constantly got somebody in your face. You constantly got somebody saying, here's a good deal for a massage, or come do the lantern boat.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
So-
now, we found an awesome little cafe, November Cafe.
Yeah.
We got across the bridge. We walked into like kind of more of the local area where we had a really, really great experience. And we said multiple times that if we had stayed out here, maybe we would have felt differently. But we're just giving you our experience based on where we stayed and
Yeah.
kind of what we had to deal with. So
Now-
it
now
was
we
not my
s-
favorite.
Not my favorite. Now we stayed there for 8 days, so probably could have stayed maybe 2 days at the most and
I
been
think
satisfied.
2, 3 to hit like all the stuff. You had the basket boats
Yeah.
that you got to kind of go out a little bit for. You could go ride through the rice terraces on a bike, which we didn't do, but you could. You've got the lantern boat and just exploring
Mm-hmm.
ancient town. You could do a day with that. So maybe 3 days max.
Yeah,
Probably
eight
like,
days
unless
was
you're
just a
going to
lot.
stay out.
Yeah.
Because some
yeah.
people like, there's another gal that I watch and she stayed and she kept extending her stay, but she also stayed in a place where she just overlooked the rice fields. Like that was the objective and she just relaxed and had a great time. And I think we could have had the same experience, but we
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. So I don't know. We did it. It was neat. We did the lantern boats and all. So it was cool, but maybe we just stayed there too long.
Yeah.
All right. Next stop.
So this one is about the travel for me
Okay.
because we go from Hoi An and we go to Hanoi. So we had to take a car back to Da Nang to get the train. But then we took the first class VIP
Yeah.
train all the way to Hanoi, 18 hours. And I loved every minute.
Yeah, that was fun. Like, I like if you have the time to do this travel, I would recommend the train.
Yeah.
Like it was so easy, no stress.
Not checking luggage. Is it
Yeah.
overweight?
It was just so simple. It was just so simple.
Get up and walk around, food, sleep through the night without having to
Yeah.
sit up in your airplane seat and worry about reclining back on someone.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I loved it.
All right. So Hanoi, we got to Hanoi.
But that wasn't to like explore Hanoi. I'm gonna try not to like,
Yeah, I know we're trying
Like
to
a-
step down here.
but that wasn't to explore Hanoi. That was just an overnight stay because our next destination was actually Halong Bay.
Oh, that's right.
And that was really high on my bucket list. And to be honest, I really think it lived up to the hype.
Yes.
For the scenery, what we were looking for. We had been traveling, we were exhausted, we needed a little bit of downtime, and we didn't have to like search for our food and what restaurant we wanted to go to. We just kind of got to get catered to and see some really beautiful scenery and just relax. I enjoyed it. I don't know if we need 3 days.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know. I think a day is plenty.
The 2 day, 1 night.
Yeah, the 2 day and 1 night. Like I said, you know, you can all go back and look at the other videos. We did one at each location, but you're basically just going from one little spot to another little spot. You know, you swim and kayak in the same spot, you sleep in the same spot. It's not like you're really moving around a whole lot. And I don't know. I think 1 day or 2 days, 1 night is sufficient for what's there. Now,
But
if you
keep
want to,
in mind, from Hanoi, you also have nearly a 3-hour ride. So,
yeah,
like, is it worth it? Like, is it better to spend more time because of the amount of time that you're taking to get there and get back?
yeah,
You know, I don't know. I can make pros and cons to both of them. I'm glad that we did the 3 days, but if we had it to do over, not necessarily do over again, but if we went back and took family, I would only do
one
night, the
yeah.
2 day, 1 night one.
Yeah, I agree.
But I definitely enjoyed it, and I think it was well money spent.
Yeah, it was well worth it. It was a good experience.
So then we go back to Hanoi.
And we go back to
So
Hanoi.
that was round trip transportation that we paid for to take us to Halong Bay and then bring us
Yeah.
back to Hanoi. And then we had 3.5-ish days to explore Hanoi. And from a city perspective, Hanoi was it.
Yes, it was. And you were saying that a lot of people say skip
Yes,
Hanoi.
a lot of people are like, it's old, it's dirty. I mean,
I loved it. I loved it.
Like, if I'm gonna go to a modern city, I think of like Singapore.
Yes.
Because like Ho Chi Minh City was modern and it was pretty, but like it didn't do it for me. Like
Yeah.
Hanoi being old and it felt authentic and it reminded me of what I thought Vietnam would be like, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
The coffee shops, the just sitting on the little seats, the eating pho, and we liked the food better in the north.
Yeah, we did. And that's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like the food changes so much from south to north.
Yeah. Now, so we did learn that, so in the south, when we had pho, there would be all of these like condiments on the table to make your broth the way you wanted it to be. I struggled with that because I didn't know like what all these were, and I didn't want to put all the hot stuff because I don't like a lot of hot stuff in my food. But once you got to the north, the broth was rich and vibrant.
Yeah, and they didn't give you all the like the green sprouts and the leaves and all like that. It was just so weird and so neat.
I never thought there would be a day that I was like, let's go get pho. Yeah. And as we started getting more north, not just Hanoi, but even in Hoi An, we went to that pho May.
Yeah, pho May, yeah.
Or pho May. But it just started changing as you got more north.
Yeah.
And I could find a little less seafood.
Yep.
I was able to get like more just pork spring rolls and stuff versus normally it has a combination with shrimp. So just my ability to eat more went up as we got to the north, and I enjoyed eating more local food versus trying to find Western food that I was comfortable with because I was struggling a little bit more in the south.
Yeah.
So I loved Hanoi. We did a food tour, and I ate everything they gave, but I ate it.
I know you did. Everything. No, I just enjoyed the experience. Like riding through the cities on the motorbikes and all was just. It was just so enjoyable. It was so awesome.
A lot of fun. It can be as expensive as you want it. It can be as cheap as you want it. We had a little bit of luxury because we had points and we got to stay at a Hilton, which was nice. And we got breakfast every morning.
That was
so we had a little bit of luxury kind of mixed in with that. But we were staying in the French Quarter. Was it the French Quarter? It wasn't
It wasn't, no.
Business. I think it was the French, which was just about a 20-minute walk from
like
the old town, like kind of where everything's happening and all the cafes and stuff that we went to. But it was like the perfect distance away where there was still a lot of really local things that were going on in the streets around us. And then we could go be in the hustle and bustle when we wanted to be.
Yeah.
I just thought it was the perfect mix for us.
Yeah. I mean, don't skip Hanoi.
No.
That's our opinion.
Yes,
don't skip it. But
I think
we enjoyed
everything,
it.
Da Nang and Hanoi were our two favorites. If you're just looking city, Hanoi is it.
Yeah.
If you're looking city and beach, Da Nang was it for us.
Yeah.
But with all of that being said, we missed so much because, we only wanted to travel by train. We did not want to get on another plane. So trying to pick where we were going to stop, we only had 6 weeks. And with us trying to slow travel, I'm trying not to stay any location for less than a week if I can help it. So it limited how many stops that we could make.
Mm-hmm.
So there's places like Hue and Dalat and Ninh Binh, all these places that are kind of in the middle that you can go to that I've heard are amazing, and I want to go back and travel those places. But these were the places that we picked to try and hit on our first time in Vietnam.
Yeah. So what did you think?
So on the count of 3, is it you have to say yes or no for would you travel Vietnam? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, I would. I mean, like.
So much so we're going back in a few months.
Yeah, we're going to come back in a few months because we'd like to go.
We're going to do a bit more north. So we kind of ended in Hanoi. It was very easy for us to get out of there. Flight to our next location, which we're at now. But so it was easy to get the flight to get out of there. So we stopped our trip there, but we're going to head back probably in March. It's going to be a really great time to do even more north. We're going to hit Sapa and maybe do the Ha Giang Loop.
Yes.
We're considering doing that. So yeah, we're going to make our way back. So yes, we absolutely loved it, and we're going to go back. And if there's more time, we'll hit some of the other places that I mentioned that we'd like to see, and we'll see how that plays out. But we really enjoyed Vietnam.
Yeah. That Vietnam was fun. It was a struggle at the beginning. But we figured it out. Now, guys, please, this was just our opinion. I'm sure everybody has them, and we are not saying don't go to any of these places.
No.
These are great stops. We enjoyed it immensely. It was fun. We had a blast.
It's just not every stop's for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people, like we actually spoke to a gal that we met, and when she's talked about Hoi An, she loved
Everything.
But you know what? She stayed on the outskirts.
Yeah.
She did not stay in the ancient town like where we were at. And so I think some of it has to depend on like weather
Yeah.
and location and just the experience that you happen to have. None of these places I would say I would not go back to. Like there's not one spot that I was like, oh my gosh, I would never come back here. If I went to Hoi An, I just wouldn't stay in Old Town. I would stay somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So there wasn't one spot that I'm just like, I hated this, we would never come back. It was just our experiences, and we wanted to share with you what we thought about it.
But overall, we loved Vietnam.
Yes.
If you get a chance to come, absolutely do it. It is definitely worth the trip out here. Anything else?
I don't think that's it. Hopefully that was, I don't think that's it. I think that's it.
Guys, please stick around. There are so many more videos coming out. We are traveling everywhere. We are already at our next destination.
Which I may have spoiled that in a previous video. But
Possibly. You want to do it?
yeah.
We're in the Philippines.
We're in the Philippines, and we've been here for a few weeks. And we just got through riding out a typhoon,
Yes.
which is why the wind is up, and maybe in the background you can kind of see what the beaches look like here. It doesn't normally look like that.
So stick around for that video, the typhoon and the other Philippine videos. And please, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing really helps us out, helps our channel out. And thank you to everyone that has subscribed from the bottom of our heart. It means so much to see people subscribing to our channel. I mean, we're just doing it for fun, and we really enjoy it, and we hope that you guys get at least some entertainment.
If not information.
If not information. So please leave any comments down in the comment section. We are answering back to those. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.